I'm out at Gentleman's Hours on the Swan River, and I thought I'd test out a new soft plastic which is getting a lot of hype at the moment. I'm using the Rapala Crush City Imposter, which is basically like a prawn imitation lure. It's 3 inches and I've got it in motor oil colour. I've got it on a size 2.0 1/8 jig head. This lure's been doing pretty well on the flathead apparently, and I thought I'd give it a crack in the Swan River. The Swan's a little bit different to some of the other estuaries over east where you get a lot more prawns. There are still prawns in the Swan River, but you don't get the runs of prawns like you would do over on the east coast. Just a bit of disclaimer, I didn't get the lures sent to me or anything like that. I bought them from a local tackle shop. I think I got them from Tackle West. So I'll cast out, and I usually take a couple of steps or give it 4 or 5 seconds to hit the bottom, and I'll just slowly hop it back. Just little hops off the bottom. It's the first time using this lure, so I'll work out the hops and see what works best, whether it's 1 hop, 2 hops, or just trial and error really. I'll just make sure I do it all the way back to the rocks. This one hit it probably about 2-3 meters away from the rock wall. Awesome when a plan comes together. I'd say that's a pretty good start. They seem to swim well. They looked good when I had the lure moving at my feet at the water so I could see what the hops look like. Press so far. Always good to get one on the board early. Went straight back in the drink, and I was out casting again. Straighten up the plastic. It's got pretty cool legs on these. Be interesting to see how they fare against the blowfish further downstream. Here again, I'll cast out, take a few steps to allow time for the lure to sink, and hop it back. Two hops. Pause, slow roll. I'm really trying to keep it as close to the bottom without getting snagged. So when I get close to the rock wall, I'll reel it in a little bit faster. Here I went to flick the lure up, and I hooked him up, which is great because it's usually a good hook set as well. That often happens as well when you go to do your lifts, you've got a fish on. Just a little tack of this one. If I was being serious about not spooking the fish, I'd probably release it around the other side of the bridge, but who cares? In relation to the tide, it was just starting to flow again. It was the low tide probably about 30-40 minutes before this. So here I go down, scratch my leg, give it an extra long pause, and you're hooked. Maybe I should have been doing that slow pause the whole time. Another little fella, but it shows that the lure works. If you're fishing around this area, it can be really snaggy as well. So there are certain spots where are pretty much just lure graveyards, to be honest, around this bridge. Another nice one. Dropped him. Here I'm moving towards more of the lure graveyard area. With that I mean there's lots of snags and submerged rocks. So here I'm reeling in a lot faster than I was before because I don't really want to drag it along the bottom and get caught. I think I was pretty lucky to get a fish here rather than a snag. I've lost so many lures there before. For a gentleman's hours fish, it was a pretty successful one. These are all caught in probably about 35-40 minutes. I'd say it's been a pretty successful lure so far for the flathead. If you were down here trying to chase bream at the same time, it's probably not the lure to use because it's a little bit big at the 3-inch and a pretty chunky lure for black bream, but for flathead or maybe even the old soapy, perfect. When you're upstream from the city, there's a lot fewer blowfish, so I'm a lot more confident using soft plastics. It'll be interesting to see how they hold up on the flats and I guess how durable they are after getting a few chunks taken out of them. For more Swan River flathead fishing, check out one of my flathead playlists and feel free to ask any questions in the comment section. Thanks for watching.